Hey, hello everyone, my name is Chris and welcome back to another game review. Today I'm gonna be reviewing Hitman 3 and as usual I'm quickly gonna go through the story of this game to tell you sure what this game is all about. Then I'm gonna share my own opinions and thoughts about this game, so in case you didn't play it, one big spoiler alert across the screen. And yeah, just click away from this video and come back after you play a game if you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to, it's totally okay. But if you really are interested in my opinions and thoughts about this game right now, then stay with me till the end of this video and let's get started. Alright guys, Hitman 3 is a third-person primarily stealth-focused game that's been released this year, and this is a sequel to last two Hitman games. And with this game, Hitman trilogy is finally complete. Just like all other Hitman games, this one was also developed by IO Interactive. It's been developed in Glacier Engine, and once again we follow the story of legendary assassin Agent 47, who is working for the ICA. And we're following this war that's been going on in those three games against the agency called Providence. However, they decided to put more focus on the story in the third game, and I really appreciated that, and I liked everything that happened in the story of Hitman 3. At one point, Agent 47 loses his childhood friend that he met in second game, Lucas Gray. Unfortunately, he commits a suicide when he gets captured by Providence members and doesn't want to be held captive. However, Agent 47 does save him, but he murders himself anyway. And now Agent 47 is left alone to lead the war against the Providence because Diana Burnwood, that he's been working with through all the three Hitman games, is now infiltrating the Providence, and she's gonna dismantle the Providence from the inside, but he doesn't know can he actually trust her because he murdered her parents, and she one way wanted to have vengeance on him. She however knows that, but Agent 47 doesn't know that she knows that. And at one point in the game she kind of betrays him, stabs him with a serum and hands him over to the Providence, and then Agent 47 wakes up at this train in the final mission that you have to go through, and successfully assassinates the Constant, which is the leader of Providence organization. However, the game has multiple endings. You can decide what you can do. You can kill the Constant, you can stab him with the serum that like resets the mind or something, or you can give the serum to yourself and then become his tool. He then captures you and uses you for his purposes. And I have some questions about the story. I did not really understood everything that happened. It's kind of complicated now when you go through all three games together, and when you look all the things, there is really a lot to think about, a lot to talk about. And for a game like this, I think this is a pretty interesting, complex story. Entire Hitman franchise actually has a pretty interesting and complex story, which I didn't know until I googled it actually. So yeah, I like how they've put more focus on the story in Hitman 3, which was something I definitely expected because this is the final game in World of Assassinations trilogy, and it all played out very well. I really enjoyed it, and if you enjoyed previous two Hitman games and if you played all of other Hitman games, I totally would recommend you to play Hitman 3 as well. It's a must play in that case. Alright, let's talk about Hitman 3 gameplay that is actually identical like Hitman 2. There is literally nothing new added to the game except one thing, and that is this little camera that you can use to hack doors, windows, and that way open yourself a pathway to some other part of the map, or find the alternative route that way. You can also use this camera to scan documents, and you can use it on these 6 different missions that you have to go through in Hitman 3. And that camera is a nice addition, but nothing too impressive, and everything else is literally identical like Hitman 2. Like, there is nothing new that was added to the game whatsoever. And in my opinion, there is no need for that, because this game's gameplay is just perfect the way it is. Once again, in Hitman 3, you have different targets that you have to assassinate through those 6 missions, and all of these 6 missions are set on different locations, and you can of course use different tactics or ways to assassinate your targets. So you can use your creativity, whatever you can come up with, and just to complete the mission you can choose your play style. What happens when it happens, it's totally up to a player. You can decide all that by yourself, how you're gonna kill your target or whatever. Again, you can use different alternative routes if you can't go through some certain areas, or you can just choke out the guard or some higher ranking person, like, and take their disguise, and then that will allow you to enter the certain areas that you wouldn't be able to access with your normal outfit. You'll have to sneak around, watch out for cameras that are all around the map. It's the best to shoot them in my opinion, but it's not to be bothered with if you're wearing a disguise. You'll just get recorded by the camera. Once again, in the top left corner you'll have that little helping screen that was added in the second game whenever the body is discovered or you've been recorded by camera, or it's a little notification screen actually, and it's in the third game as well. Sometimes you'll have to blend in by doing some actions, because you again have these people that can actually recognize you even if you're wearing a different outfit, disguise, whatever. So you'll have to either hide from them or blend in by doing something while you follow your target. Content of Hitman 3 is exactly same like Hitman 1 and 2. Actually, like Hitman 2, you can play all 3 games in Hitman 3. They are all available and playable from the menu together with all the DLCs and all the content that you have purchased. So if you have Hitman 1 and 2, you can just install the Hitman 3 and play all 3 games in one. Which is great, which is convenient. At first they didn't want to do that. There was some rumors that you'll have to repurchase some other Hitman games like Hitman 1 and 2 I think, and then you'll be able to play it or something like that. I'm not sure what was the thing with that, but they gave up on that and decided to do it just like it was with the Hitman 2, which is in my opinion totally logical and a reasonable thing to do. I don't see the reason why would you change that or whatever. While sneaking through the maps, you can plan your tactics by opening the map. You can just quickly look up on the map, see how many levels it has, and see where to go, what to do, where are the stairs for up, down, or whatever, you know. You can use these distractions to distract guards and people or bait them, so you can take their disguise or choke them out if they are on your way. You will have to hide bodies after that, just like in all other Hitman games, because the NPCs will react to bodies. So you have these hiding spots where you can hide bodies, or you can hide inside if you're being hunted by the other NPCs or whatever. And yeah, it's pretty much like all other Hitman games. I don't know why am I talking about this, because I already talked about this twice in my previous 2 Hitman 1 and 2 reviews, so just check them out. I'm not gonna talk much more, because I don't feel like I should repeat the same thing for the 3rd time. It doesn't make much sense. Combat is just like it was once again. If you get spotted, NPCs will open fire at you, and they're not stupid. They will throw flash grenades at you, which is something that was also added in the 2nd game. They will kill you pretty quickly, so this is primarily stealth focused game, and involving in combat can be pretty challenging. You can die very easily in a matter of seconds, so my advice is to keep a low profile, try not to get spotted, and yeah. However, effects in this game, in all three games, are just phenomenal. Effects are something that I've really enjoyed about this game. I could replay the levels over and over again and just kill the targets with some other different weapons just to see those blood effects and bullet holes or whatever I killed my target with. It's so satisfying to watch the physics of these effects and blood spread, and everything is so realistic and so satisfying to watch. I like killed the constant at the last mission like over 100 times just for fun. It's so fun to do. Another thing that I've noticed with the Hitman 3 is that they reduce the amount of mission stories, which reduces the replayability of this game, and that's something I actually don't like. I really liked all of these opportunities, which is probably one of the most fun things about Hitman trilogy, you know, exploring these opportunities and different ways to kill your target. And now each mission has like 3 different opportunities that you can take, and in Hitman 1 and 2 there was like more than 3 different opportunities. There was much more of these mission stories or whatever. So yeah, that's pretty much it about the Hitman gameplay. It's the same like it always was. There is nothing new about that. Alright, for the end, as usual, let's talk about game's graphics and performance. And yeah, this game looks pretty much just like Hitman 2. A little bit better lighting, and that's all. That's everything that Hitman 3 changed with its graphics. It just has a little bit better lighting, and that's everything that I've noticed. I didn't notice any more improved textures or whatever, so everything is just like it was in Hitman 2, and that's okay. I don't think there is any need to change that either. It's fine this way. The game looks really stunning and beautiful graphically in all the ways possible, and everything works really nice and smooth. I didn't encounter any game-breaking bugs or pretty much any bugs or glitches in general, just like in previous 2 Hitman games. So everything is really well optimized and it works totally okay. And I played this game on all ultra maxed out settings possible I possibly could, on 1080p resolution and 60 plus FPS, and my PC specs are next. My GPU is RX 5600 XT 6GB GDDR6. My CPU is AMD Ryzen 7 3700X 8-core processor, 3.60 GHz. My RAM memory is 16 GB HyperX Fury DDR4, and yeah, that's it. Those are my specs for gaming on my new computer that I also reviewed earlier on my channel. And yeah, Hitman 3 definitely was an enjoyable experience, a fine end to the trilogy. It was like a sugar at the end. I really like how they focused the game more on story this time, which was something, like I said, that I've expected it's gonna happen because it's a final game in a trilogy. And it was definitely a nice finale, enjoyable finale. I really like the level designs and everything. And if you are a fan of Hitman games, if you're a fan of stealth games in general, Hitman is just one of those classic games that's been there since like what, 20 plus years, and you just have to play it. It's awesome. And now I could only go back and play the Hitman games that before the Worlds of Assassination trilogy. Those are the only ones that I didn't play. Those really old ones. And yeah, guys, I think I said everything I wanted about this game. It's awesome. Check it out if you're a fan of these games. You're not gonna regret it, definitely. And yeah, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed watching this review, then go ahead and leave a like, share, comment, or subscribe if you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to, guys. It's totally okay. You can also join my Chris Facebook group, link is down below in the description. I post all kind of stuff over there, like gaming news, memes, and a bunch of other things, so check it out if you want. And yeah, guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate everything you've done for me and my channel so far. You're amazing. I love you, and I'll definitely see you in the next video. Chris out.